We have just obtained multiple leaked documents from inside Facebook, this time detailing a plan to curb, quote, vaccine hesitancy on a global scale. It was so concerning, it brought us not one, but two whistleblowers from inside Facebook who are ready to speak out on what this means for free speech and public discourse on their own platform.
When it comes time to standing up for a world I want my children to live in, I don't want to leave them a world to where they don't have these liberties. Facebook uses classifiers in their algorithms to determine certain content to be what they call vaccine hesitant, or they call it vaccine hesitancy. And without the user's knowledge, they assign a score to these comments that's called the VH score, vaccine hesitancy score. And based on that score, will demote or leave the comment alone, depending on the content within the comment. So the main document, along with all the attachments and stuff that goes with it. So basically, when they write this algorithm, it goes through Facebook content, and it looks for certain keywords that are related to vaccination or not getting a vaccine, stuff like that. And it gives it a score, and the VH score means vaccine hesitancy, which is defined as being hesitant to get a vaccine, but not just like, well, I don't know, it's even, well, I saw a study that said that someone died that got the vaccine. That's vaccine hesitancy.
This is all a beta test.
Right.
And how big is this beta test?
They refer to the test size as 1.5%. I'm not exactly sure which pool that pulls from, but I think it's comments on authoritative health pages.
Why do we believe they've already rolled this out?
In one slideshow that they have, they call it their weekly progress tracker. Mm-hmm. They actually lay all this out in a chart, and you can see it. You can look at the slides, they go by date. So we've got here COVID-19 vac safety and efficacy global. Currently global, 13 languages, Facebook plus Instagram. All C19 vaccine, global, currently global, 66 languages. And the very first thing that brought me to the conclusion that they wanted to do this globally is they were developing it in as many languages as they could get their hands on.
So this is like a product launch almost.
Yeah. In their last quarterly report, they reported 2.79 billion people on Earth use some kind of Facebook app.
Who makes these decisions?
For this year, Amit Ball, he's a research scientist for the core data science team at Facebook. He also works in health integrity. Everyone who works on this project works in health integrity. Dave Townley, this is the experiment launch post. As you can see, this is on April 16th. This is 2021. That's why there's no year there, because it's this year. And Hendrik Townley is one of the software engineers that works on this. I think it was him and two other software engineers. And then Amit Ball wrote the actual classifier itself. I'm sure he had like a team of developers, but he is considered the one who wrote it.
So Amit Ball works for UD Weisenberg, who works for Nicholas Steer. Do I have that correct?
Yes.
And that person works for Danny Ferrante, and that person works for Javier Olivian, and Javier Olivian reports directly to Mark Zuckerberg. This kind of censorship sounds similar to shadow banning, when users are unaware their posts can't be seen, a term one of our own investigations coined when exposing Twitter just a few years ago. But this time, we're exposing Facebook and Instagram's methods to quash an entire side of a conversation, arguably one of the most pressing issues of the day. According to these documents, Facebook tiers users 0 to 5 and a score 0 to 1. Can you talk a little about this tier system?
Yeah, so basically this is what they're using to structure how they're going to judge this content on a scale to how vaccine hesitant it actually is, or if it's explicitly discouraging. In my opinion, the main reason why they built this was for the human, what they call raters, so that they can use this as a reference so if the algorithm can't make a decision on a certain post, it'll send it to a human rater. And then the human rater looks at it and they will make a decision on whether or not it's vaccine hesitant or not.
So we have tier 2, indirect discouragement. And what happens when you are a tier 2?
So basically your comment is going to be suppressed. As to the scale of that suppression, it's hard to say. You have to look at it like a case-by-case basis. But what they're saying is it's going to get, they call it a position change.
So they're reporting facts, but truth doesn't matter.
No, because it doesn't match the narrative. So, and the narrative being, get the vaccine is good for you, everyone should get it, and if you don't, you will be singled out.
Right.
As an enemy of society.